Grayscale's Bitcoin mini trust is shaking up the game with a lower fee and a hefty Bitcoin donation. With a focus on cost effectiveness, investors are eyeing this new option as a way to navigate the crypto market. Meanwhile, Bitcoin's dominance continues to rise, spelling out a new era in digital currency investment. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's start. Someone just paid a fee of $500,000 while making a Bitcoin transaction of 70 cents. Whoops, that's happened and you can get money back. On 14th and 15th March, I told you that a reversal will start for Bitcoin, and instead of up only, we will start to see a correction to 60k that happened exactly as predicted. Now we move in a sideways range between 72,000 and 60,000, and after the sideways move we go to 84,000 next. Next up, what do we have here? Are you mentally prepared? As here we could see the price continues on increasing, as after the halving we're probably going to see a massive upwards movement, not not so fast, but probably we will get the point of start in maybe September or somewhere around the fall, autumn, call it like you want. Next up, today Bitcoin's price is at 64,000, but it has the potential to quadruple from here. The Bitcoin halving is priced in for the 0.1% of the world's population that understands it, as is mostly said by the other 99% aren't paying any attention at all. This epoch will be legendary. 1412 days left for the next halving, and these 4 years will be amazing for Bitcoin, and it will be the start and probably the road for something huge. Base for 83,000 Bitcoin loading, as we are all actually looking at the bull trap that we are in, and we are looking for the blow off top happening after the halving. Parabolic curves tap-like formation, base 1, base 2, base 3, base 4, and the base 4 position starting right now is we're probably increasing, and at the end point of base 3 indicated by the X symbol, the stock could double in the shortest period of time, where we are probably going to see it, and then we're going to sell our coins. Next up is what do we have here? Tether keeps on printing more money, bullish for Bitcoin, and we already know this. Bitcoin post halving price action. Gentle reminder, the months following the halving has always been bullish for Bitcoin. Bullish May coming in, and we are prepared not for bullish May, I guess. I feel like next 4 months will be not that big, as we will be consolidating and maybe dropping a little bit, but probably the autumn of the 2024 will be massive for Bitcoin. So why do people still listen to big banks like JP Morgan when making financial decisions like whether they should buy Bitcoin? Did Blockbuster tell its customers to use Netflix? Banks profit from our mistakes. They benefit when we make the wrong financial decisions, like locking up for our future to borrow hundreds of thousands of dollars. Do you think they want us to own Bitcoin? Bitcoin gives us the ability to spend our money without relying on banks. On a Bitcoin standard, consumer loans will not exist the way they do today. So do you think banks will be able to offer a Bitcoin credit card? No way, it will be way too risky for them. And of course, banks will tell you Bitcoin is going down, as they want you to continue relying on dollars and bank accounts and debt that they profit from. When retail investors panic, sell Bitcoin, banks swoop in and buy whatever they can. They hope the financial system continues to operate the way it is right now for decades to come. Bitcoin is a bank CEO's biggest fear. Bitcoin halving seen mostly priced in by JP Morgan, Deutsche Bank. The main implication will be on Bitcoin mining, JP Morgan says, as Deutsche Bank still expects Bitcoin's prices to remain high. Next up, Bitcoin miner pre-halving block reward 625 plus some small fees is around 6.5 to 7 Bitcoins per block. Bitcoin post halving reward with ordinals and runes 3125 plus large fees from demand for block space 7 plus on average so far. So total block subsidies for miners post halving look like to be higher than pre-halving. Most miners got sold off into the halving by 50%, expecting a 50% reduction in revenue. Now it looks like the market got this one all wrong again. Anyone ready for 50% up day on Monday for Mara, the other public miner, to fix this mispricing? Bitcoin miners fees. I think we need to know from miners more details on which pool contract are they in. We should already know which miner is joining which pool. My understanding is Iron Ant pool, CLSK Foundry, Mara pool. Hence, more important than ever, how fees are shared among the operators miners under their respective contracts. I understand there are a few alternatives options, shifting risks, feed, rewards among operator and miner, PPS, FPPS, PPLNS, and from one side to other. Would love to know in current huge fees are benefiting Iron and CLSK, and to which extent, in full, in part, nothing. Does anyone have more insights on this one? So let me know in the comments. Grayscale unveils Bitcoin Mini Trust with 0.15% fee. Bitcoin ETF provider Grayscale has disclosed some information on its spin-off fund as the Bitcoin Mini Trust, including a more appealing 0.15% fee than an up-listed mothership GBDC product, as per the pro forma financials in its most recent filing. Additionally, the filing gives an indication of how much Bitcoin Grayscale will donate to the mini fund, 63,204 Bitcoin, or 10% of the current assets in GBDC. The Bitcoin Trust will automatically issue and distribute shares to holders of GBDC shares. Pro forma financial statements are forecasts of future earnings and costs derived from historical data and future strategies of a business. The goal of Grayscale's Bitcoin Mini Trust was to provide investors in GBDC with a less expensive option that would put it more competitive with other Bitcoin ETFs that were authorized back in January. So the current shareholders of GBDC are also exempt from the capital gains tax as a result of the spin-off, meaning their investments will immediately transfer into the new fund. If they choose to go to a rival product with a cheaper cost, third and early stage GBDC investors with profits in the thousands of percentages would be subject to a large taxable event. Grayscale GBDC was first made available through a private placement more than 10 years ago, and it has a rather high of 1.5% fee, as the shares were first offered for sale over the counter in the middle of 2015, and this persisted until January 2024 when GBDC was uplisted as a spot Bitcoin ETF on NYSE Arca. As Grayscale is currently the closest competitor, with Blackrock's IBEAT fund coming in at little over $17.5 billion, with assets under management now under control at roughly almost $20 billion. Next up, the rise of Blackrock is the end for Grayscale Bitcoin Fund. So Blackrock's IBEAT closing in on Grayscale signals rising institutional interest in Bitcoin, shift in investor sentiment impacting Grayscale's market positions amidst broader acceptance of digital assets, as Bitcoin's upcoming halving event is expected to drive institutional adoption and market participation. Blackrock's Bitcoin ETF is on the brink of overtaking Grayscale's, the largest global Bitcoin fund, with just a narrow $2 billion gap between the two. The iShares Bitcoin Trust from Blackrock has been gaining ground rapidly, accumulating total assets of over $17.3 billion, while Grayscale's flagship fund, as the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, has seen a decline, now standing at $19.4 billion. This potential shift in leadership underscores the evolving landscape of cryptocurrency investments, reflecting changing investor preference and market dynamics. So that's kind of all the information we got on today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next one, and peace.